Just 1 second, please. I need more coffee. Just a little more. Hold on. Ooh. Ooh, that's too much coffee now. Okay. Okay. Hey everyone, and welcome back to this channel. Let me back a little bit more. Okay. I am about to record the last video of 2024, and it is going to be a Reptile room tour. I know I haven't done a video in a while, and I thought what would be better than to give you guys a room tour. Not much has changed, at least I don't think so, but I do know that you guys always enjoy these videos. But before we begin, I do want to say thank you to every single one of you that watches the videos, that gives the videos a like. Everyone who has subscribed, I just want to say thank you for this year, and I will continue for next year. We are getting a little bit closer to 2,000 subscribers, so that is awesome. But all right, let's begin. All right, well, this is my room. So I am actually going to start all the way from the corner so that I can show you what hasn't actually, well, really changed. And I'm going to end on this side where I have at least 2 geckos that are new, aside from the babies. Now, of course, I'm not going to go into detail with all of this stuff. This is, just extra accessories, stuff that I'm piling, stuff for hatching materials and all of that. There really is no point of showing any of that, but this corner will eventually become a gigantic setup, which that's what I'm hoping. Well, I'm pretty sure that it will. I just don't really know when. At the moment, I am focusing on my breeding projects. So this is where I actually had my Aki. I decided to move him at the moment just so that I can actually fix his setup. But to be honest, it's been there for like 3 weeks already, and just December has me always super busy. Getting gifts for Christmas is fun and everything, but man, shopping, that's not fun for me. This setup was empty, but I decided to actually bring my son's tortoise in here. Now, even though it's my son's, obviously I knew that eventually he was going to get tired of feeding it. So I knew that I was going to be the one that who was going to end up taking care of it. So I decided to just bring it over here. There really is no point of showing, just the tortoise normally just bask for a few hours or a little bit, and then just goes back to hide. There really isn't much to it, so I'm not even going to bother it. To be honest, I'm not even sure that it will continue with me. I do want to focus just on lizards, so I might just look for a new home for it. But this right here, this is the home of my color lizard, Nemo, if I can find it. I did redo the setup a little bit. This guy is I'm gonna say handicapped, I guess, since he cannot use one arm, and I did want to make sure that it was going to be a little bit easier for him to just move around and all of that, because even though it does not stop him from jumping and running, I have noticed that it's a little bit easier for him to get stuck on places. He actually hatched with the arm backwards. So I really don't know if he broke it coming out of the egg or what happened. But that's just how he hatched. I actually didn't even notice it when he came out of the egg, that the arm was like that, until I was watching some of the videos that I took when they all hatched. So that is the only baby that I ended up with. And this is his home. Not, with color lizards, you don't really go too crazy, because they are diggers. And man, if you do too much, you will end up with a lizard between rocks. Now in the bottom, I do have my holy grails, what I'm gonna say, here in my collection. So this is actually the setup for my pair of Boyd's forest dragons, a dream species of mine. I know I just did this setup actually this year. To be honest, I don't remember if I did it before making the last room tour. So if I didn't, then this is the first time that I am showing it. Well, aside from the video that I did focused on this. But yeah, I decided to redo this whole setup, put an actual background. I decided to put one on this side, and to be honest, I should have just done the other side. I don't even know why I didn't do it. I just wanted to finish this quick, so that I can put them back on this setup, because I had both of them in another setup, a smaller setup, and I could tell that they needed more space. So I decided to just do this quick, and that was a mistake. Okay. Oh man. So that crazy girl over there, that is Kefla. That is my females. Boys Forest Dragon. This girl, she does not like me at all. She does not like to be touched. And I can actually see that she's turning brown, and that is, you know, that is a good way to know that I am actually stressing her out. No, Kefla. All right, but that is the female. That is Kefla, and even though last year it didn't happen, you know, they did not breed. I did get 3 clutches of eggs from this girl, so it's just a matter of this boy to do the job. But to be honest, as I said, almost as soon as I got him, I can definitely see that you know, he has his problems. Before he got to me, one of his hemipins was actually amputated. Amputated. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Amputated. So I believe that that is actually basically just killing his you know, his need to breed. But regardless, you know, we did wanted to give him the opportunity to do it. You know, gorgeous male. Look at this. That is a freaking dinosaur. But we will see what happens. If he does not breed in the spring, I think by summer, I am going to return him to his actual owner. So right next to my Boys Forest Dragons, I do have this setup, and this is actually another 36 by 18 by 36. But I decided to actually divide this one and make 2. I had it alone, you know, completely empty for like a year and a half, and I decided to, you know what, I'm just gonna actually make use of it and divide it. That was not easy, to be honest. Making sure that there was no space between this part, you know, the divider and the glass. that was not easy, but I got it done. I actually really do like how it looks, especially because black is my favorite color. So I think that it looks really cool as a background. And yes, I do have a video on how I did this. So of course, if you would like to see it, I will put it in the video description. But on this side, I don't have actually anything. That's why that looks very dirty. To be honest, I should just clean it. But you know, I am kind of hoping that this will be the house of a gecko, a really nice gecko. What exactly, I don't know. To be honest, I'm still kind of hoping that I will keep more leaf-tailed geckos. I have thought about gargoyle, I have thought about chahua, and I still like them. Don't get me wrong, you know, they are amazing lizards, you know, amazing geckos, but to me they're not better than a leaf-tailed gecko. Now on this side, I do have something, and that is my giant day gecko. This is a female that I was actually given to me by a friend who actually you know, met me through YouTube, which that is really cool. So I'm always going to give you a shout out for this, Francisco. Thank you so much. So this actually turned out to be a female. Now let me just find it. But you can see her over there. I'm gonna try to see if there you go. I'm gonna try to see if she will go to the background so that we can see her a little bit. But look at that, she got a little bit chunky now. Man, I don't even know how old is she. I think she's actually going to be 2 years already. So that's kind of crazy. But man, I do love the colors of these geckos. So that is actually really nice. To be honest, I would not be opposed to getting a male. But this is her setup. So this would be an 18 by 18 by 36. That giant F is, you know, it's actually made of gigantic pieces of bamboo. And I did that because I actually thought it was a male, and I was calling it Frank. But since it is a female, I guess now I gotta call it Francesca. But yeah, I had a bunch of actually live bamboo all around, but everything in the back died, just like this piece right here. To be honest, I don't even know why. My only thought, I can only think that it's because it is directly under the light. So I decided to, you know, just pull it out, wait a little bit longer. I decided to pull those on the sides, and hopefully those give a little bit of shadow for the next live bamboo that I put in there, or any plants. I don't know if I will put bamboo, but look at this one. This one is growing really nice. And right above her, I do have my leopard geckos. No, I do not have them together. Actually, I have one right here and one on the other one. Both setups are basically exactly the same. These are 36 by 18 by 18. This girl should be right there. Oh yeah, well, man, I should have cleaned the glass on this one. So this is Hershey's. This is the female that I am breeding. You know, these guys are Pied Galaxies, one of my favorite morphs. And man, they have bred some amazing babies. Now she does not want to come out, but you know, I think I will be able to show the male easier, and of course the babies. But yeah, this is the setup. Even though a lot of people still think that they do not climb, they definitely do. I see her all the time going above. You know, I basically have this as a humid hide and also basking spot. But of course, there's also that little ledge right there, which, you know, that will be hotter obviously than this. It's closer to the heat bulb. And I do see her every once in a while above her, on top of that. But yeah, the setup is simple, and I definitely do want to work on these setups eventually in the future. I do want to put also backgrounds on the sides. You know, these guys, I want to give them the most enrichment that I can. If they are with me, even if they were not breeding, I still want to give them, you know, a really good life. So giving them the best enrichment that I can is something that I will definitely try to do. I actually thought this guy was going to be in the hide so that I can just pull it, but he found his own hide. But this right here, this is Domino. So this is the male. Look at that. Has a really nice calci boob. That's what I call it. So actually, leopard geckos, when they have too much calcium and other minerals, they actually form kind of like a little bubble by the armpits, kind of to store it, which I think that is really cool. Imagine if we had that. Instead of love handles, we would have calci love handles. But okay, let's go to the next one. So this is a 24 by 18 by 36. And this is the house for my Lichianis gecko. I only have one male. I would not be opposed to a female, but you know, with Lichianis geckos, you gotta be very careful, because if the female does not like the male, you know, it will be a super very rough divorce, if you know what I mean. But this is a bioactive setup, actually the same as the setup for my day gecko. You know, I do have isopods in here in springtails, and I guess live plants, but man, this guy, he uses them as trampolines. He will seriously jump from the top to the bottom on top of this. This is why it looks like this. It's like squished. He will jump on that, and then, you know, just start running around just to climb back here. I mean, if that is not enrichment, I don't know what it is. But these other plants are doing kind of well. You know, these are the only two other plants that survived, because I did have more right here and in the back, and man, he destroyed them. But this is a giant K, made from cork. Obviously, I made it. Also the background. This was actually my first background. That is why it's really crappy. But the giant K, you know, it's for his name, Kaiju. And getting this guy is not going to be easy, because he is full grown and actually very strong. And to be honest, I am kind of scared that he will bite me one day. I do not want to get bit by this guy. But you know, at least if I can show him a little bit, then that will be good. But that is Kaiju, my Lichianes gecko. I really wanted to show the face of this guy, because oh man, come on. Because I love the eyes of these geckos. They are super cool. But alright, okay. But okay, I'm not going to bother it too much. Let's go to the next one. Alright, and here I have 3 rows, and I am going to show you the very top, because this is actually the I guess the crappiest setup that I have. You know, it is okay. So this is for my frog-eyed gecko, or also called wonder gecko, also fish-tailed gecko. This guy has like 4 names. Okay, he does not like to be touched, but I still want to definitely show this guy, because this guy looks very, very cool. You know, this is definitely a gecko that I wanted for quite a while. But man, I never really looked into trying to get the pair. So when I saw that this guy was available, I decided to just go for it, not knowing that the female was going to be almost 3 times the price. So obviously for that reason, it has not happened. But we'll see. We will see what happens. You know, I am still kind of hoping that it will happen. But if it doesn't, that's okay. On to the next one. This is my setup for my chameleon gecko. Oh yeah, by the way, name of the frog-eyed gecko, that is actually Exodia. For all the 90s kids, if you guys watched Yu-Gi-Oh, then you will know who that is. But yeah, this right here, this is Don Julio. You know, not Don Julio, Don Julio. And this is to be honest, it's not even a bioactive setup. At least it's not self-sustaining, because this guy keeps eating the isopods. You know, he is small enough to eat them. So he's definitely having a buffet right here with them. But that's him right there. Okay, no, come on. No, well, he went all the way to the back. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to get him. but it is what it is. This right here, this is a 12 by 8. No, this is a 12 by 12 by 18. You know, obviously done by me. The background is also a universal background. Same as the one that I have for my leopard geckos. You know, I love those backgrounds, to be honest. Now this right here, this was my first attempt on making an arid setup, and the plants are doing good, actually really good, but you know, I have not been able to find a way to keep the isopods alive, not for very long. You know, I will keep adding more isopods, but you know, after a month or so, I will not see any more. But this is the house for Grumpy. That is my rough knobtail gecko. This is actually the oldest gecko that I have, I think. This guy should be close to 5 or 6 years old. I will check, but that is actually my oldest gecko that I have with me. And I actually found that even though this is, you know, supposed to be an arid setup, I still notice that the plants definitely need water every single day. I do not know how others are keeping the plants alive, even if they are misting every 2-3 days. That's what I was doing, and my plants were, they looked like they were dying. Once I started misting them a little bit, I don't miss the whole setup, just the plants. So that is how I'm keeping the humidity actually still low. And once a week, even though it is an arid setup, once a week I will spray it completely. But this is the next one. This is a 24 by 18 by 24. This is the house of my leaf-tail geckos, actually my riverine leaf-tail geckos. So the plants are alive. I do have isopods, but I have noticed that they only stay right here. I'm kind of hoping that they do go all around at night, you know, doing their job. But these guys are nocturnal, or at least, you know, they are mostly active at night. So if they are if the isopods are active, I don't know how they are surviving. I did put more pieces of cork, you know, laying on the floor, so it's easier for them to escape and hide and all of that. So I think they are doing their job, because I can barely see poop, so I think it's working. But let me see. Okay, but let me see if I can get one of them. This right here is my riverine leaf-tail gecko. I believe this is the female. Let me see. Yep. So that is the female. Man, look at this. That is Olivia. Beautiful, beautiful female. Look at that. Look at that tail. I actually think that I got bigger. But yeah, this is but yeah, that is the female. The male is probably in there. He's actually the only one that kind of likes to hide. This girl, she will be outside all the time, and actually for the most of the part I will see her in that corner, you know, just completely outside. But man, that is one beautiful gecko. That's Olivia, and the male is Elliot. And yes, that is because of the TV show Law and Order. I actually have this kind of I was kind of hoping that I would have all of the geckos together. That's why I have this this corner called the Grand Gecko Hotel, but it's more like half of the room. So I did have actually morning geckos, but you know, after, I don't know, like 6 months that I had them, I never saw any babies, or maybe they had babies and they are somewhere in the room. I don't know, but you know, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of animals that are hiding all the time, and that was definitely them. So you know, they're not for me. This is the third time that I actually tried to get them. And I definitely do know now that I am not going to get any more. But this right here is actually a new setup. I have not shown this, I believe. So this is another attempt on making an arid bioactive setup. So the background is actually two different pieces of universal rocks. That's why there's a line in the middle. I actually used pieces that I had to put them in there. I made this setup actually thinking about viper geckos. You know, I do have one viper gecko, and I thought about getting the female, possibly even two females. But I don't know. I'm kind of liking it for my scorpion tail geckos. You know, I am definitely planning on breeding them, and that's the only reason as to why I'm not completely sure that I want to keep them in here. Because if the female decides to, you know, to lay the eggs in different places and not just in one place, then it's gonna be a pain to be looking for it. But yeah, this was my attempt on making kind of another cave slash basking spot. So we will see. We'll see what happens. What do you guys think? Viper geckos or scorpion tail geckos, or possibly even something else? Maybe something that is just gonna be a pet. Hopefully the sound of the furnace sound is not too annoying. But this is where I keep my babies, my gecko babies. Well, also my viper gecko, because he is tiny. But I'm just going to show you just a couple of them, just fast, you know, just show you a setup. This is basically the setup that I have for one that might stay with me. You know, it's not a 100% sure. This is why it's such a big tub, even though it's not even a year old. You know, even for babies, I still want to provide two hides. You know, a normal hide and a humid hide. I do want to eventually get a bunch of those Exoterra coconuts and, you know, just have them for the babies. He does not want to stay. But this right here is my holdback from this year. All right, I'm just gonna let him go. I'm just gonna let him be. I will explain what I'm trying to do with this older one. I do have my 2023 holdback, and it's gonna be easier for me to show you. But you know, I do have 2 more babies right here, which both of this will be available next year. That's for sure. I'm still not completely sure about what I'm gonna do with this guy. But you know, before I show you this, you know, I do have my Viper gecko right there. I want to show you my 2023 holdback from the leopard geckos. So this right here, that is Puffin, and as you can see, this is actually what I was trying to show. So for my Pied Galaxies, you know, both male and female, they both have a pattern, all complete from the tail actually all the way to the head. And what I'm kind of hoping that it will happen in the future is that I will have extreme pites, which means that the pattern is going to be broken in different places. So the same way that it's broken right here, right by the neck, you know, there's also going to be basically white patches on the rest of the body. That is my end goal with this project, and I am still hoping that I will find a Black Knight and also have Pied Black Knights. We'll see what happens, but yeah, that is definitely one that will be a future breeder. Maybe next year. I don't know. Might be too young. I will probably wait 1 more year to breed them. But this right here, I'm not going to hold them since I was just holding my leopard gecko. But that right there, that is Waffles. Something that I actually don't do is that I do not grab, at least I don't try to grab my lizards, you know, from different species at the same time, you know, or one after the other one. Very cool little species. I still want to get the female, and we will see what happens. Now for my lift-tail geckos, I do have 3 setups right here. I do have 2 pairs, you know, 2 right here, 2 right there, and 1 right there. That is last year's holdback. That will be a future breeder. But let me show you what a baby looks like. Look at this. That is a baby, not even a month old. And actually, I am hoping that within the latest 1 more month, I will have at least 1 more. We will see what happens, but that is a 1 month old, basically, riverine lift-tail gecko. And this right here, this is my last year's holdback. This is Shadow. Man, look at this guy. That is Shadow, my riverine lift-tail gecko. Man, that is beautiful. So this is actually the oldest from last year. Now you can barely see it, I cannot see it on the camera, but he's actually he has like orange lines. I don't know how to explain it. He has like a tone of orange. It's not just silver and black. But man, that is beautiful. It is possible that it's, you know, because it's very humid in the tub at the moment. I did just missed a couple of hours ago, so that's probably why it is very light in color. But you know, all of this is not something that I like. I have never liked tubs for anything, but obviously they work for babies, especially because tubs are, you know, super cheap. I did get them for $3 each, so it's, you know, less than $100 in all of this. But I still want to get something that looks a little bit better. And you know, now for my lift-tail geckos, I actually did find one person using tarantula cribs for the lift-tail geckos. I thought that that was a really good idea. You know, obviously it's gonna be escape proof. It's gonna hold humidity really well, and you know they look very clear, which is probably the number one thing that I like. So I think I might get some of them and have them on top. So you know I do want to be able to look at them a little bit better, and just have all of this for leopard geckos. Well, for baby leopard geckos, because I do plan on getting actually a condo setup, which is 4 setups together, and that's gonna be on top of this. You know, once I get it, I should be able to get it after. I should be able to get it at Tinley next year, and that's gonna go right here. But the point of that setup is that it's 4 in 1. So you know I will have my leopard geckos in there, so that's gonna be 2. If I do find a black knight female, I will have 3 leopard geckos in that, and also my pair of scorpion tail geckos, which is actually in this one. But before I show them to you, let me show you this right here. This is definitely not new. You know what, this is these are obviously 2 separate setups. I just nailed them together actually for one reason, and that is because I am using only one UBB fixture. This right here actually comes off, and I can just pull the UBB so that I can change the bulb whenever I need to. You gotta do what you gotta do to save a little bit of money. But this right here, this is the setup for my other color lizard. This is also a male. That is Sub-Zero, and he hates me. This guy will try to bite me if I put my hand in there, and he will also try to escape. So I'm gonna see if I can get him a little bit closer over here, and then I will show you guys. I am really hoping that he's not going to jump this way to try to get out. Oh, that right there, he would have been out of the setup. I'm gonna see if I can show him a little bit. Look at that. That is one beautiful lizard man. You know, I did not try to breed any more of these guys. You know, I did things wrong, to be honest, and I want to make sure that if I'm going to continue breeding color lizards, that I'm going to do it 100% right. That is a Bailey color lizard, or Eastern color lizard. So maybe in the future. And this right here, it is my only monitor at the moment, because I still have hopes that I'm gonna get a white throat monitor. But this right here, that is my Aki monitor. Even though he's not too aggressive, to be honest, I still don't trust him completely. Every once in a while when I hold him, he will try to bite me, and man, these guys have some nasty teeth. For such a small species, monitors, even these dwarf monitors, they have a really strong bite. It is not fun to get bit by these guys, but I still like them. Well, I still love them, and man, look at those colors. That is a beautiful pattern. I love how it's like the whole body, it's all red, and it has like yellow legs. I think that is really cool. And last but not least, it is my scorpion tail geckos. These are my newest geckos, and these guys are not going to be easy to be shown. They are young, so they're small. But this is my setup. You know, before trying to get one, I'm going to show you the setup, and it is, you know, this is obviously just for now, just until I get my my condo set up. So I'm just making sure that they have climbing opportunities. You know, I obviously raised the basking spot so that it can get to 100. But everything is well put together, even though it might look kind of clumsy, but nothing moves. That's definitely what I made sure of. And obviously it's easy for them to still move, get on top and everything. These guys, they are actually very good climbers. First time that I saw one in the shop, Animal House Pets and Supplies, there was actually one in a small branch. So they are very they are very capable of climbing everything. So I usually see them, you know, running around and jumping all the way to the top like nothing. Okay, I am hoping that it's not going to try to run. Because if this guy runs, you know, it's not gonna be fun. But that is a scorpion tail gecko. Now here's the thing. I actually got the first one, making sure that it was a male, and I thought for sure that it was a male. Everyone thought for sure that it was a male, and when I got the second one, obviously wanted a female. So I looked for a female. Everyone thought it was a female, and for the looks of it now, they're actually both males, which kind of sucks. Look at that. He just jumped like nothing. Which that really sucks. You know, they are getting to an age where the bulge is noticeable, and I can see a bulge on both. So I'm pretty sure that both are males. That sucks. Now the cool thing about scorpion tail geckos, you know, as far as I've been told, is that these guys will actually live in colonies, like not with a single male and several females, but actually with other males, even with babies. Now I will not be keeping the babies with the adults, but it is really cool that males will actually be together. So now what I have to do is actually try to get 2 females, either that or try to, you know, just try to change them. Maybe change a male for a female. All right, well, that is my room at the moment. I will definitely guarantee you that by the end of next year, it will look completely different. Well, half of the room. I really do like how all the tanks are set up. You know, there's some stuff that obviously I want to add. You know, some more plants. As I said, some backgrounds on the sides of some tanks. But at the moment, I do want to focus on all of my babies. Because obviously I will continue breeding both leopard geckos and leaf-tailed geckos for next year. And possibly add one more species, which I was kind of hoping that it would be scorpion tail geckos, but with these guys both being males, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to find a female right away. Well, I'm just giving ideas, you know, just letting you guys know what I'm hoping that I will accomplish, and I am hoping to accomplish a lot more. And I do wish you, every single one of you guys, to accomplish everything that you guys have planned for 2025. This is my last video of the year, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a lot of fun on Christmas, and I do hope that you guys get something that you really want. And not just clothes like everyone gets. Well, thank you again, and I will see you on the next one.